Assalamu alaikum. Again, I'm back over here with the new topic, but we are continuing that the previous video which I have covered about the transportation in the plants. And in the previous video, we have discussed about the how they are absorbing the water and minerals from the soil, and we have discussed the important two processes in that video about the active transport and passive transport. And you know that in active transport we have discussed that the molecules are moving from the lower concentration to higher concentration, that is against the concentration gradient, and there was a need of ATP, there was a need of energy. And in the passive transport we have discussed that the molecules are moving from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, that is along the concentration gradient, so that's why there is no need of energy. And in that terms, in the passive transport we have discussed the two types, that is the osmosis and diffusion. So now over here I have brought another concept, that is transpiration. We have discussed the osmosis, diffusion and active transport, but in the transport system in plants you further understand the new concept of the transpiration, because it is again linked with the transport system in the plants. First, you must understand the concept of transpiration. The term says, what it says, that loss of water from the aerial parts of plant. What is mean by aerial parts? That it is when it is exposed with the air, okay. So when they are exposed with the air, so yes, the movements of the molecules, movements of the gases over there, it takes place, and especially loss of water. The key word comes over here in the transpiration, loss of water from the aerial parts, okay, in the form of the water vapors, okay. So over here it's a leaf structure, again it is an aerial part, it is exposed with the air. So when the molecules are losing, or water molecules are just losing, or you can say evaporate in the form of water vapors, so the transpiration takes place. Again I am going to discuss the definition. The loss of water from the aerial parts of the plant in the form of water vapor is the transpiration, okay. Now when you are saying about the transpiration, so for further understanding this concept of the transpiration, you further understand the concept of stomata. I hope that in previous classes you have must know the concept of stomata, what are stomatas and where they are present. This is the structure of the stomata, which is guarded with the guard cells, okay. Stomata is just an opening, it is not actually a part of the plant, it is an opening which you are seeing the stomata, and they are guarded with the guard cells. So why there is a need of stomatas, where they are present? Stomatas are present you can say that in the upper surface of the leaf, or under the, or you can say the lower epidermis of the leaf. Okay, in another video we are going to discuss how many types are there in the further stomata structure, the distribution of these stomatals in the leaf. Now when you are saying about the stomatas, okay, there is an opening in the stomata, it is not completely responsible for the water. It is also responsible for the gaseous molecules, for the minerals, for the water as well, okay. They are present under the leaves, or you can say the lower epidermis of the leaf, and you can say upper epidermis of the leaf. And it is an opening, or you can say a ventilation is present in the leaves to just transport the molecules, to just transport the carbon dioxide, you can say water molecules, okay. So when they in the daytime it is having the, you can say, open in the daytime, it transport the water molecules, it transpire the water molecules, just loss of water molecules in the form of water vapors takes place, and in the night time it just get closed, okay. So it has its own function. Now just moving towards this free concept. This is a very important concept over here about the flaccid, turgid and plasmolized. When we are talking about the opening and closing, no doubt in this session I am not going to explain about the opening and closing of the stomatas over here. In another video inshallah I am going to discuss about the opening and closing of the stomatas. But further understanding this concept, that how they are just gaining the water molecules and how they are absorbing the carbon dioxide molecules. When you are talking about the water movement, three important terms are coming, that is a flaccid, turgid and plasmolized. When the cell is in normal condition, that when the plant cell is in normal condition, the vacuole is there. You know whether it is a very big hollow vacuole is there in the center of the plant cell. So when they are in normal condition, not as such swollen, but no doubt swollen as such that you can say that water is present in the normal concentration. So they are in the flaccid concentration, or you can say flaccid condition. But when you are saying about the turgid, so turgid means swollen, that they are having the higher concentration of the water molecules as compared to the solute ones. But when you are saying the plasmolysed, so the cell has been shrink, or you can say the why the vacuole has been shrink, because we are talking about the vacuoles. Vacuole has the storage of the water molecules. So why the water has shrink? Because it might be having the higher concentration of the solute as compared to the water molecules. So just understand this concept of the transportation in the plants. You please understand this concept of the three terms: flaccid, turgid and plasmolysed. Okay. Transpiration, we have discussed this thing, and we have discussed about the concept of stomata, that why there is a need of stomata, because it is provide a ventilation to the plants, it just transport the water molecules, it transport the carbon dioxide concentrations. Okay. Further understand the concept of transpiration, we are going to just perform or having a, just have a look on this experiment, so you can have further more understanding about the transpiration. Okay, I have kept two pots over here, one in the control group and one in the experimental group. Okay. So in the control group, in this pot there is no plant over there, but in the experimental group there is a plant, but I have covered this plant with a polythene bag. Okay. So why I have covered this polythene bag? To just want to know about the concept of the transpiration, to know about this. Now what will happen, I will cap this experimental group, I will cap this pot plant in the sunlight. After few hours, what I will observe in the daytime, that this polythene bags have the small water droplets over there. Okay, why again there is we are going to say that there are water molecules over there? Because this polythene will absorb the transpiration water molecules in that bag. Okay, so by the help of this concept, by the help of this experiment, you can understand that the leaf have the stomata which perform, or you can say that the aerial parts are doing the transpiration, they are losing the water in the form of water vapors, and they are all collecting on this polythene bag. So this was all about the concept of transpiration. Inshallah, in another video I am going to explain about the further details of this these three terms and another concept of the stomatas opening and closing. Thank you so much.